It's a Saturday morning in Raleigh, 6:45 a.m., and I'm in the kitchen grinding coffee beans, the machine's low buzz cutting through the quiet of our suburban house. The air smells like fresh grounds and damp grass from the neighbor's sprinkler ticking outside the open window. Emily's at the kitchen table, her phone glowing, thumb scrolling like she's trying to outrun something. She's been like this for months, distant, locked in her own world, treating me like I'm just the guy who keeps the fridge stocked. I'm 42, own an auto shop, been married to her for 6 years, and I'm still trying to figure out when we stopped being a team. I decide to try, see if I can get her to talk. "How you holding up lately, Em?" I ask, keeping it light as I pour water into the coffee maker. Steam curls up, and I'm hoping for something real. She doesn't look up, doesn't pause. "You're not exactly the guy I'd share my mood with, Mike," she says, her voice flat, like she's reading a grocery list. No anger, just a cold dismissal, like I'm the handyman, not her husband. I freeze, coffee pot in hand. It's not the words, it's the ease, like I'm not worth a real answer. "That's a hell of a way to talk to the guy making your coffee," I say, keeping my tone even, but there's an edge I can't hide. She glances up, eyes half-lidded, like I'm boring her. "Maybe you're just not asking the right questions. Ever think of that?" She goes back to her phone, thumb flicking faster. "Not the right questions?" I say, setting the pot down, harder than I mean to. It clanks against the counter. "I'm asking how you're doing." That's about as basic as it gets. She shrugs, not looking up. "And I'm saying you're not the guy I'd tell." "What's the issue?" "You're always so sensitive." Sensitive. The word's a jab, and she knows it. I thought maybe she was just burned out. Maybe it was stress from her job at the marketing firm. But no, this isn't exhaustion. It's her drawing a line, and I'm on the wrong side of it. I pour her a mug anyway, slide it across the table, and walk out to the garage without another word. The door clicks shut, and something's shifting in me, like a gear grinding out of place. If I'd known then how this was going to spiral, I'd have started boxing her stuff that morning. I'm not saying I was clueless. Things had been off for months, little digs, long silences, her acting like I'm just there to pay the bills. But that moment in the kitchen, that was the first time I felt like I was living with a stranger who didn't even pretend to care. And if I'd seen what she'd pull next, I'd have saved myself months of hell and filed the papers right then. The garage is my sanctuary. It smells like motor oil and sawdust, with my '69 Mustang project taking up half the space, its hood propped open like it's waiting for surgery. Tools are scattered on the workbench, a radio's playing Tom Petty, and I've got a stool where I can think without her shadow over me. I own Mike's Auto Repair, a no-frill shop off Route 70 I built from nothing. Me and Tom, my best friend since we were kids wrenching on dirt bikes, keep it running. I'm out there that morning, poking at the Mustang's carburetor, trying to shake Emily's words. "You're not the guy I'd share my mood with." It's not just the rejection, it's the way she said it, like I'm irrelevant. My phone buzzes in my pocket. I pull it out, expecting a work order from Tom. It's Emily. No greeting, just a demand. "Need $500 for a facial and $300 for the studio." $800, like I'm her personal bank. I stare at the screen in the dim garage light, my jaw tight. I'm running a business, paying a mortgage, and she's texting me like I'm her errand boy. I walk to the sink in the corner, splash cold water on my face, and look in the cracked mirror. My eyes are tired, but I'm done pretending this is normal. I thought maybe she just needed space, maybe I wasn't stepping up enough. But this is her treating me like a means to an end. I type back, "You're not the person I feel like helping right now." No drama, just the truth. I hit send and shove the phone back in my pocket. The silence that follows feels heavier than the wrench in my hand. That afternoon, I'm at the shop, finishing an oil change on a Honda. It's quiet for a Saturday, just me and Tom, with a couple of jobs on the board. Ray, a regular client, comes in with his F-150. He's a contractor, mid-50s, always talking about fishing trips or his boat. He leans against the counter, watching me check his paperwork. "You look like you're carrying the world, Mike," Ray says, sipping coffee from a thermos. "Rough week." "Just the usual," I say, not looking up. I'm not in the mood to spill my guts, but Ray's one of those guys who doesn't let silence sit. "Yeah, I know that face," he says, chuckling. "My ex had me running in circles for years. Always some new demand. New purse, new trip, new rules. Like I was her employee, not her husband." Took me too long to figure out I didn't have to play her game. I pause, look at him. Sounds familiar. Emily's got a thing for lists lately. $800 for facials and yoga, like I'm her ATM. Ray nods, his eyes knowing. That's how it starts. First it's money, then it's control. Mine used to tell me I wasn't present enough, then turn around and spend my paycheck on her self-care. You start seeing the pattern, it's hard to unsee. Yeah, I say, handing him the paperwork. I'm starting to see it. He claps me on the shoulder as he heads out. Don't wait as long as I did, man. Life's too short for that shit. His words stick, like a mirror I didn't want to look into. I thought it was just a rough patch, maybe me not being enough. But Ray's story hits too close to home. Sunday evening, we're at a neighborhood barbecue down the street, hosted by Dave and Karen, our neighbors 2 houses over. Dave's a contractor, always in a faded ball cap, and Karen's a realtor with a smile that never quits. The backyard's packed, kids running around, burgers sizzling on the grill, music playing low. I'm nursing a beer, trying to relax, but Emily's in her element, working the crowd like a politician. She's laughing with Karen, her voice carrying, and I catch her glancing at me, like she's checking if I'm watching. Dave pulls me aside, handing me a burger. So, Mike, what's up with you and Em? Karen said she's been venting about you being distant lately. I take a bite, chew slow, buying time. Distant? That's rich, coming from her. She's the one who's checked out. Dave raises an eyebrow, keeps his voice low. Yeah? Karen said Em's been saying you're not stepping up. Too focused on the shop, not enough on her. I laugh, short and sharp. Stepping up? I pay the bills, keep the house running, and she's sending me invoices for her spa days. That's not me slacking, Dave. That's her rewriting the rules. He nods, sips his beer. Fair enough. Just passing on what I heard. You know how it goes, people talk. Yeah, I say, watching Emily charm a group of neighbors. She's good at that. Later, she corners me by the cooler, her smile all teeth. Having fun, Mike? Or are you too busy sulking to enjoy yourself? Sulking, I say, setting my beer down. I'm just enjoying the show, Em. You're putting on a hell of a performance. Her smile falters, but she recovers fast. What's that supposed to mean? I'm just trying to have a good time. It means you're out here playing the victim, telling everyone I'm the problem. I heard you've been talking to Karen. Want to tell me what stepping up means, or should I guess? She crosses her arms, her voice low but sharp. You're making this about you, as usual. I'm just trying to keep things together, and you're acting like I'm the bad guy. Together? I say. You're keeping control, not the marriage. There's a difference. She glares, then turns back to the crowd, laughing like nothing happened. I finish my beer and head home early, leaving her to her audience. I'm starting to see it now. She's not just distant. She's playing a game, and I'm done being a pawn. Monday morning, I'm at the grocery store, picking up stuff for the week. I'm in the produce aisle, weighing avocados, when Emily shows up, cart in tow. She's all smiles, like we didn't just have that barbecue standoff. Hey, Mike, she says, picking up a bottle of some fancy olive oil. Grab this for me, will you? It's perfect for my salads. I look at the bottle, then at her. The cashier, a young guy with a name tag that says Kyle, is watching, pretending to scan items for the next customer. You want olive oil? Em, you've got a wallet, I say, keeping my voice steady. I'm not your personal shopper. Her smile tightens, and she laughs, like it's a joke. Come on, Mike, don't be like that. It's just olive oil. It's not about the oil, I say, setting the avocados in my cart. It's about you thinking I'm here to bankroll your every whim. I'm done with that. Her eyes narrow, and she lowers her voice, but it's sharp enough to cut. You're embarrassing me in front of people. Is that what you want? No, I say, pushing my cart past her. I just want to buy my groceries and go home. You figure out your own cart. Kyle's eyes flick between us, and I can tell he's trying not to smirk. Emily huffs, tosses the oil in her cart, and walks off. I pay for my stuff and leave, feeling lighter than I expected. It's not about the oil, it's about me finally saying no. Tuesday evening, we're at her parents' place for dinner, a weekly ritual I've been dreading. Gary and Linda live in a tidy split level across town. Gary's a retired accountant, quiet, always watching, like he's tallying up your mistakes. Linda's chatty, nosy, and way too invested in Emily's life. We're at their dining table, passing mashed potatoes and roast chicken, and Emily's in full charm mode, laughing and steering the conversation. "So, Mike," Linda says, her fork hovering, "how's the shop? Still keeping you busy?" "It's steady," I say, cutting into my chicken. "Got a big job on a Chevy this week. Should keep things moving." Emily cuts in, her voice light but sharp. "Yeah, he's always at the shop. Barely has time to notice what's going on at home." She laughs, like it's a joke, but it lands like a jab in front of her parents. I set my fork down, look at her. "I notice plenty, Em. Like how you're always on your phone when I'm trying to talk to you." Her smile doesn't budge, but her eyes narrow. "Oh, come on, Mike. Don't be so dramatic. I'm just busy, you know that. You're not exactly Mr. Available either." "Available?" I say, leaning back. "I'm running a business, paying the bills, keeping the house standing. What's keeping you so busy, besides your spa appointments?" Linda jumps in, her voice bright, like she's defusing a bomb. "Oh, Emily's always been good at keeping things organized. She's got her routines. Don't you, hon?" "Routines," I say, keeping my eyes on Emily. "That's one way to put it. Like sending me bills for $800 without a please or thank you." Gary clears his throat, shifts in his chair. Emily sips her wine, slow, deliberate. "You're making it sound like I'm the bad guy," she says, her voice low but cutting. "I'm just trying to take care of myself, and you're acting like it's a crime." "Taking care of yourself?" I say. "I thought that's what we were supposed to do for each other." "My mistake." Linda laughs, nervous, and starts talking about her book club. Gary just watches, his face unreadable. Emily doesn't say another word, but I can feel her recalculating, like she's tallying points in a game I didn't sign up for. I finish my dinner in silence, the weight of her words sitting heavy. I thought maybe I was reading too much into it. Maybe I wasn't giving her enough. But no, she's playing to win, and I'm not even on the board. Wednesday morning, I'm at the shop, finishing a brake job on a Honda. It's quieter today, just me and Tom, with Carl stopping by to pick up his '67 Camaro. He's leaning against the counter, sipping coffee from a paper cup, when Emily walks in. She's all smiles, dressed in tight jeans and a top that's more for show than comfort. She knows I'm here. She knows my schedule better than I do. "Hey, Mike," she says, her voice sweet, like she's charming a stranger. She leans against the counter, tossing her hair, nails tapping on the glass. "You ignoring me on purpose?" I wipe my hands on a rag, slow, deliberate. "Ignoring you? Nah, just keeping the lights on." My tone's even, but she knows I'm not buying her act. Tom, who's never missed a chance to call it like he sees it, looks up from his workbench. He's a big guy, beard like a Viking, no filter. "What's this, Em? You here to share his mood, or just drop another bill? 'Cause I'm guessing it's the second one, and I ain't got all day for this soap opera." Emily's smile freezes, then cracks. "Real funny, Tom. Why don't you stick to fixing cars and leave the marriage advice to someone with an actual relationship?" Tom laughs, loud, like he's been waiting for that. "Oh, I got a relationship, Em. With my truck, my dog, and my sanity. You should try it sometime. Sanity's a real game changer." Carl chuckles, shaking his head. "Damn, Tom, you don't pull punches. Mike, you got a live one here." Emily glares at Tom, then turns to me, eyes narrowing. "Can we talk? Alone?" "Nope," I say, tossing the rag on the counter. "You got something to say? Say it here." "I'm working." Her lips tighten, and I see her recalculating, like she's not used to me pushing back. "You're being a jerk," she says, lowering her voice, like she's keeping it private. "I just wanted to check in, see if you're still mad about that text." "Check in," I say, stepping closer. "You don't check in, Em. You send lists. You make rules. You want to talk, talk. But don't come in here playing cute after telling me I'm not worth your time." Her eyes flash, and she leans in, her voice sharp. "You're blowing this way out of proportion. It was one comment, Mike. One text. You're acting like I'm the enemy. One comment." I say, "How about the barbecue, where you told everyone I'm not stepping up? Or dinner at your parents', where you made me sound like a deadbeat? Or that olive oil stunt at the store? It's not one thing, Em. It's everything." Carl raises an eyebrow, sips his coffee. "Sounds like you two got some history piling up." Emily snaps at him. "Stay out of it, Carl. This is between me and Mike." "No," I say, cutting her off. "You made it public. You've been making it public. I'm done letting you write the script." She laughs, sharp and forced. "You're so dramatic. I'm trying to keep things light, and you're turning it into a war. Light. I say, you're not keeping anything light. You're keeping control, and I'm done signing up for it. The shop's air compressor hums, and the tension's thick enough to choke on. Emily spins on her heel and storms out, the bell above the door jingling like a warning shot. Tom whistles low. Man, she's got some nerve. You okay? I shrug, picking up a wrench. I'm fine. She's not. I'm starting to see it clearly now. She's not just pulling away. She's trying to keep me in line, and I'm done playing along. Thursday afternoon, I'm grabbing lunch at a diner near the shop when I run into Pete, a former colleague from my old job at a dealership. He's in town for a conference, looking older but still the same wiry guy with a quick laugh. We grab a booth, catch up over burgers. Man, Mike, you look different, Pete says, biting into his fries. Not bad, just, I don't know, harder. Like you've been through some shit. I laughed short. Yeah, you could say that. Marriage ain't exactly a picnic lately. He nods, like he gets it. Been there. My ex used to run the show, had me jumping through hoops, thinking it was my fault. Took me leaving to see I wasn't the problem. I lean back, sip my soda. Sounds about right. Emily's got a knack for making me feel like I'm coming up short, then asking for more. Pete shakes his head. Classic. They make you doubt yourself, then cash in. You sticking it out. For now, I say, but I'm getting close to dawn. I don't tell him about the papers in my safe, but his words hit hard. I thought maybe I was failing her, not giving enough. But talking to Pete, I'm starting to see it's not about me. Monday night, I'm home late, around 9 p.m. The shop ran long. A kid brought in a busted Civic, and the wiring took hours to sort out. I'm beat, hands still smelling like degreaser, just wanting a beer and some quiet. Instead, I walk into a scene that feels like a slap. Emily's got her friends over, 3 of them, sprawled across my living room like they own it. Sarah's wearing my old Patriots jersey, stretched out over her frame. Jenna, a brunette who's quieter but just as smug, is sipping wine from my glasses. Claire, the third, is picking at the ribeyes I'd been saving for a weekend grill. The coffee table's a mess, chip bags, dip containers, empty bottles. They're laughing, loud, and I catch Sarah's voice. You just gotta set the terms, Em. Men need boundaries, or they'll walk all over you. I stop in the doorway, keys in my hand. Emily's lounging in the armchair, phone in one hand, wine in the other. She sees me but doesn't get up. Oh, you're home, she says, like I'm crashing her party. We're just having a girls' night. I don't answer. I drop my keys on the counter, walk past them to the office nook in the corner. Their eyes follow me. Sarah's smirking, Jenna's pretending to check her phone, Claire's staring at her wine. I open the safe, pull out a folder, and flip through it. Divorce papers. I'd had them drawn up a month ago, after one too many nights like this. I didn't file them then. I was still hoping, still thinking we could fix it. Not anymore. I turn around, folder in hand, and face them. Emily's still in her chair, looking at me like I'm about to apologize for existing. You want terms? I say, loud enough for everyone to hear. Here's mine. We're done. Your stuff's in a box under the stairs. Door's that way. Sarah gasps, dramatic, like she's in a soap opera. Mike, you can't be serious. You're throwing her out over a party. Jenna mutters, oh, shit, under her breath. Claire freezes, her glass halfway to her lips. Emily stares, her wine glass still in her hand. What? She says, like she didn't hear me. You heard me. I say, stepping closer. You've been setting terms for years. The digs at dinner, the texts for cash, the barbecue sob stories. You think you run this show. I'm done. She laughs, shaky, trying to keep control. You're serious? Over a girl's night? You're pathetic. Pathetic. I say. You're eating my food, drinking my wine, wearing my clothes, and telling me I'm not worth your time. That's not a girl's night, Em. That's you thinking you own me. We're divorced. Pack your shit and go. Sarah jumps in, her voice shrill. You can't just kick her out, Mike. That's not how this works. You're being an asshole. I don't look at her. Sarah, you're wearing my jersey and eating my steak. You don't get a say. I turn back to Emily. Box. Stairs. Door. You've got till morning. Emily's face goes pale, then red. She sets her glass down, hard, and stands up. You're gonna regret this, she says, her voice trembling but trying to sound tough. You think you can just walk away? You need me. Need you. I say. I needed a partner, Em. I got a boss. I'm done. Claire finally speaks, her voice quiet but firm. Maybe you two should talk this out privately. No, I say. She's been talking for years. I'm done listening. Emily glares, grabs her phone, and storms out of the room. Her friends sit there, stunned, then start gathering their things. I don't move, just watch them leave. I'm not angry. I'm clear. The next morning, I'm in the kitchen, sipping coffee, the house quiet again. I cleaned up the girls' night mess last night. Empty bottles, chip crumbs, all of it. I'm not living in her chaos anymore. Emily walks in around 10 a.m. No makeup, hair in a messy bun, looking smaller than usual. She doesn't say anything, just heads for the stairs and starts pulling stuff out of the box I packed. Perfume bottles, a notebook, a couple of dresses, a scarf. I watch from the doorway, my mug warm in my hands. You didn't have to do it like that, she says finally. Not looking at me, her voice low, in front of everyone. You didn't have to do a lot of things, I say. Like treat me like I'm invisible. Like send me bills instead of talking. Like turn our home into your stage. But you did. She pauses, holding the scarf, her fingers tight around it. What now? Now, I say. You figure out your life. I'm figuring out mine. She doesn't argue, doesn't cry, just packs the rest of her stuff and walks out. I close the door behind her, the lock clicking like a period at the end of a sentence. It's been 2 months. I'm in the kitchen, same coffee maker, same mug. The house is quiet, but it's a good quiet. No tension, no waiting for the next jab. The shop's running smooth, Tom's still cracking jokes, and Carl's still talking about his Camaro like it's his kid. I saw Emily once, at the Harris Teeter, picking out avocados like nothing happened. She gave me a half smile, like she was testing the waters. I nodded and kept walking, my cart full of groceries for one. Every morning, I make my coffee, sit at the table, and listen to the world wake up. No lists, no demands, no games. Just me, my thoughts, and the kind of peace I haven't had in years. And you know what? It's the best damn morning I've had in a long time.